Have you ever felt that when you start to like someone, anxiety takes over and you plunge headlong into an obsession with every detail of their life? You spend hours on social media, analyzing photos, friends, and even their past. This incessant quest for control and information may seem like a way of protecting yourself, but it's actually sabotaging your chances of a genuine relationship. In this video, you'll learn how to stop this cycle before it destroys your peace of mind and your opportunities for real connection. Let's explore together the reasons behind this obsession, and more importantly, how to transform it into self-confidence and emotional balance. If you want to discover how to be authentic and achieve healthier relationships, this video is for you. Without further ado, let's get started. Why stalking on social media is sabotaging your chances in love. The compulsion to check the social networks of someone you're beginning to care about may seem like an innocent attempt to protect your feelings, but it's often a reflection of insecurities that are damaging the relationship. The aim may be to avoid surprises, such as discovering that the person has other romantic interests or still has ties to an ex. However, this behavior creates a false sense of control and security. In reality, the more you delve into the details of someone's digital life, the more susceptible you become to misinterpretations and to feeding insecurities and jealousy. For example, when you see a harmless interaction with a friend, your mind can create narratives that are unfounded but generate unnecessary distress. The problem is that by focusing so much on what the person is posting or liking, you lose sight of the present and the opportunity to really get to know them. Social networks are just edited and often unrealistic fragments of someone's life. Basing your perception of the person on these fragments prevents you from experiencing authentic moments of connection that can only happen in the real world. What's more, by trying to unravel someone online, you can inadvertently create emotional barriers, hindering vulnerability and mutual trust, which are fundamental pillars for any healthy relationship. The initial phase of a relationship is naturally full of uncertainty, and that's part of the beauty of it. Trying to control the unpredictable by obsessively monitoring the other person's life only increases your anxiety and takes you away from the real purpose, building a genuine relationship. Instead, redirect your energy to the moments you spend together. Observe how you feel when you're next to her. Is there lightness, connection, and comfort? These are the most reliable signs of compatibility. Finally, to build a relationship based on trust, it's essential to start with yourself. Ask yourself, what makes me feel such a need for control? The answer may reveal areas of your life where you need to work on your self-esteem and self-confidence. Healthy relationships are not based on constant supervision, but on mutual freedom and respect. When you learn to trust yourself, the need to seek external guarantees diminishes, allowing the relationship to flourish in an authentic and balanced way. How to recognize the signs that you're becoming obsessed. Recognizing the triggers that lead to obsession is the first step to breaking this cycle and regaining emotional control. A common sign of obsession is repetitive behavior, such as constantly checking the person's social networks or waiting anxiously for messages. You may also notice that your thoughts are focused almost exclusively on them, to the point of affecting your concentration on work, studies, or leisure activities. Another indication is the constant need for validation. You begin to interpret every interaction or response as proof of interest, or lack of it. But why does this happen? Obsession usually stems from deep-seated insecurities, such as fear of rejection or emotional neediness. Imagine, for example, that you've experienced betrayal or rejection in the past. These events can leave emotional scars that make you more likely to seek control in new relationships. The problem is that by trying to predict or avoid a possible painful outcome, you end up sabotaging your peace of mind and your authenticity. To identify these triggers, pay attention to how you react emotionally in different situations. If, when you see the person interacting with others on social media, you feel intense anxiety or jealousy, ask yourself, why does this bother me so much? Am I interpreting the situation rationally or emotionally? Keeping a diary to record your feelings and triggers can be a valuable tool. In addition, talking to trusted friends or even seeking professional support can help bring clarity. Recognizing these patterns is liberating, as it allows you to confront them and gradually regain balance in your relationships. Practical steps to letting go of obsession and enjoying the present. If you feel that obsession is dominating the beginning of a relationship, it is essential to adopt practical strategies to change this behavior. Start by limiting your use of social networks. Set specific times to access them and avoid stalking the person's profile. An effective technique is to turn off notifications and even use apps that restrict your time on the platforms. For example, instead of spending hours analyzing someone's interactions on Instagram, use that time for something that nourishes your well-being, such as reading a book, practicing yoga, or learning a new skill. Another strategy is to redirect your obsessive thoughts to the present moment. Whenever you notice that you're immersed in repetitive thoughts about the person, try a mindfulness practice. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and focus on your surroundings. This helps to reduce anxiety and bring your attention back to yourself. Also, try to identify the triggers that feed your obsession. These could be personal insecurities or fears of rejection. Write these thoughts down, and as you review them, ask yourself, is this real or just an assumption in my mind? Replace negative ideas with affirmations that reinforce your self-confidence. Finally, invest in activities that make you feel fulfilled and connected to who you are, regardless of the other person. If you've always wanted to take up running or volunteer for a cause, now is the time. When you find purpose in yourself, it's easier to let go of obsessive behaviors and build healthier relationships. Why giving space can strengthen your relationship. At the beginning of a relationship, it's natural to feel the desire to be with the person you like all the time. This phase is exciting, full of discoveries and intense emotions, but it's essential to remember that both you and the other person remain individuals with lives of your own. A lack of space can quickly turn enthusiasm into a feeling of suffocation, damaging the connection and creating unnecessary tension. Give yourself the opportunity to cultivate your independence. Maintain your hobbies, friendships, and personal routines. These separate moments don't weaken the relationship. On the contrary, they strengthen it, as they allow each person to bring new perspectives and energy to living together. Finding a healthy balance between closeness and space is essential. For example, if you usually speak to each other or see each other every day, try dedicating a day or two a week just to looking after yourself or focusing on your own goals. This break not only helps to avoid the feeling of emotional dependence, but also feeds the mystery and natural curiosity that make the beginning of a relationship so special. In addition, giving space demonstrates mutual trust. When you don't feel the need to be constantly present, it sends a powerful message. I trust you and what we're building together. Respecting each other's time and space also avoids unnecessary pressure, allowing the relationship to evolve naturally. Each person needs time to reflect, grow, and process their own emotions. Neglecting this need can lead to feelings of frustration or stagnation. Healthy relationships are those in which both parties feel free to be who they really are, without fear of judgment or unrealistic expectations. After all, it is in the balance between being together and being apart that you find the basis for a genuine and lasting connection. When you respect this space, you are planting the seeds of a relationship based on trust, respect, and mutual admiration. Letting go. the secret to healthier, lighter relationships. Letting go is a fundamental skill for cultivating healthy and balanced relationships, but also one of the most challenging. When you cling to insecurities and fears, such as the fear of being rejected or the need for constant approval, you end up creating invisible barriers that hinder genuine connection. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or pretending they don't exist. It's actually a process of welcoming them, understanding them, and then releasing them in a healthy way. To do this, start by identifying thought patterns that feed your insecurities. For example, if you notice that you are constantly worrying about what the other person is doing, ask yourself, is this based on facts or on my own fears? Practices such as journaling, where you write down your feelings and thoughts, can help you organize your mind and see your emotions more clearly. In addition, developing a self-care routine is essential. Activities such as meditation, physical exercise, and leisure time are key to reducing stress and strengthening your self-esteem. In more complex cases, seeking help from a therapist can be transformative, allowing you to deeply explore the roots of your insecurities. By letting go of the need to control what can't be predicted or guaranteed, you make room for the relationship to grow in a light and natural way. This not only promotes your peace of mind, but also makes you more emotionally attractive. People who are in a place of acceptance tend to convey security and trust, qualities that are irresistible in any relationship. Letting go is, above all, an act of trust in yourself and in the process of life. When you allow yourself to live in the present, without fear of what might happen, you not only create more authentic relationships, but also discover that true freedom lies in being at peace with yourself. The right way to build connections without obsession. At the start of a relationship, it's easy to fall into the trap of wanting to know everything about the other person quickly. But it's precisely at this point that refocusing can be the key to building something genuine. Instead of spending hours digging through social media or trying to decipher messages, focus on creating authentic moments together. For example, instead of asking about the person's past in digital conversations, invite them to activities that encourage natural interactions, such as a walk in the park, cooking something together, or exploring a new place. Shared moments offer more insight into who they really are than any online profile. To avoid obsession, try to set internal boundaries. Ask yourself, do I really need to know this now, or can I let time reveal it naturally? Trust in the process of getting to know someone is fundamental. When you allow the relationship to evolve unhurriedly, you give trust room to grow. It's also important to balance your attention. Keep investing in your own hobbies, friends, and personal goals, rather than putting all your energy into the new relationship. This not only maintains your individuality, but also demonstrates emotional maturity, a very attractive trait. Remember that trust is not something that can be forced. It is built with time, consistency, and action. A practical tip is to show genuine interest, but without exaggeration. Listen actively, be present in conversations, and show that you value the person for who they are, and not for what you project them to be. This creates a safe environment for both of you to be authentic, allowing the relationship to grow with lightness and meaning. Self-compassion, the antidote to insecurities in love. Obsession in a relationship is often rooted in insecurities, such as the fear of not being enough or the worry of being rejected. These feelings can lead you to seek excessive control, such as checking social networks or interpreting the person's every gesture as a sign of acceptance or rejection. However, the solution to breaking this cycle begins within you, and the practice of self-compassion is a powerful tool for transforming this dynamic. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a close friend. Instead of criticizing yourself for feeling insecure or obsessive, recognize these feelings as a common human experience. For example, when you notice thoughts like, "I'm not good enough for this person," you can reframe this idea with self-compassion, saying, "It's normal to feel insecure sometimes, but that doesn't define my worth." In addition, adopt practices that nurture your self-esteem and strengthen your relationship with yourself. Take moments to reflect on your qualities and achievements. If necessary, write these reflections down in a journal. Practice positive affirmations such as, "I am worthy of love and respect." Activities such as meditation or yoga also help to create a state of presence where you can distance yourself from obsessive thoughts and reconnect with your essence. By cultivating self-compassion, you learn to validate your own emotions, reduce the need for external validation, and develop a solid foundation of self-confidence. This not only relieves the pressure on your relationships, but also makes you more resilient and open to true connections, without the weight of insecurities. How self-confidence can transform your relationships. Ultimately, self-confidence is the foundation for any healthy and balanced relationship. When you are sure of who you are, doubts and worries about the other person's behavior lose their force. This confidence is not built on external validation, but on a deep understanding of your qualities, values, and achievements, as well as a genuine acceptance of your imperfections. To cultivate it, dedicate yourself to activities that feed your self-esteem and bring you pleasure. A creative hobby, such as painting or writing, can help you reconnect with your essence, while physical activities such as dancing or running not only strengthen your body, but also release endorphins, improving your mood and your perception of yourself. In addition, develop your emotional self-sufficiency by setting aside daily moments for reflection and gratitude. Ask yourself, "What did I do well today?" Or, "What makes me proud of who I am?" The practice of recognizing small personal victories strengthens your self-confidence. It's also useful to get out of your comfort zone, try to learn something new, or face an old fear. Each successful experience reinforces your belief in your ability to deal with challenges. Remember that confidence is visible and contagious. When you are comfortable with yourself, you not only attract people who share this positive energy, but you also establish a pattern of mutual respect. Relationships built on this foundation are less prone to insecurity, because both sides feel valued for who they really are, and not for the need to fill emotional gaps. Ultimately, self-confidence creates a positive cycle. The more you believe in your worth, the more you attract authentic and constructive connections, further strengthening your self-esteem. And that concludes another video full of insights. Now you know that obsession at the start of a relationship is a reflection of insecurities that can be overcome with the right tools. Remember, true love is not born of control, but of trust and shared vulnerability. When you let go of comparisons and focus on the present, you create space for stronger, more authentic connections. If this video has brought you some clarity, don't forget to like it and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know, which of these steps do you find most challenging to apply? Thanks for watching. Keep investing in your emotional well-being, and I'll see you in the next video with even more tips for building a life and relationships that really inspire you.